He joins us now, sharing her story. Natanya, thank you so much for being with us. I can't imagine what you've been through since 1999 and then all the emotions that must be coming up over the last couple of days.
I can tell you that immediately, the moment she opened her mouth, you could see that Combs was listening intently to everything that she has to say, as well as those jurors.
After Jennifer Lopez was dragged into the Diddy lawsuit over allegedly being the third mule in a 1999 nightclub shooting where Diddy and J.Lo allegedly made a rapper named Shine take the fall and spend 10 years in prison for them, people have started digging into her past and it raises some questions.
I don't know if he was present with that, but I know he had been hanging around with him in London, in Paris, different places.
Law enforcement sources are expecting the feds to widen the Diddy probe to include previous criminal investigations. Now, we know Diddy was criminally investigated regarding that shooting in New York, but I didn't realize the extent of J.Lo's involvement.
And I said, Puffy shot me in my face. This man testified. I testified in the criminal trial. This man testified in the criminal trial. People are like, why didn't she speak up then? Why is she saying something now? She want clout. Are you dumb?
J.Lo is just, I don't know. Every man she's been with has said the same thing, except for Diddy. Diddy's the only one that said she was a great girlfriend and how he wish he hadn't messed it up.
Well, she deserves it. She's one of the flyest out there.
Yeah, well, she thinks that of you too. She named you one of the great loves of her life.
Yeah,
was she one of yours too?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Just when many people thought Jennifer Lopez had finally found peace after years of ups and downs, another unexpected chapter began. It wasn't because of a new movie or a new album. It wasn't even because of a red carpet appearance. Instead, her name suddenly started appearing all over social media again as Sean Diddy Combs' criminal case continued to dominate headlines. Overnight, old photos, old interviews, and old stories from more than 20 years ago were everywhere again.
Everybody else that's left her, oh, she was too this, she was this, she was that. But Diddy said she was perfect.
Maybe she was meant for the medal.
What happens if you're only perfect for the devil?
People began asking the same question. Could J.Lo's past relationship with Diddy affect the way the public sees her today? To be clear, Jennifer Lopez has not been charged with any crime connected to Diddy's current legal case, and many of the claims circulating online remain rumors or speculation. But that hasn't stopped millions of people from revisiting one of the most talked about celebrity relationships of the late 1990s. And in today's world, public opinion can move much faster than the facts.
Car drove by, saw a female hand throwing a gun out of the
Ridiculous.
car.
I don't even
You're the
wanna
only
address
female
it.
in the car. You don't want to talk about
Ridiculous.
it? You very confident that Puffy will be found innocent in this trial?
Yes, I will.
You're going to testify?
If they need.
What nobody expected was how quickly old headlines would come back to life. Jennifer Lopez and Sean Combs were once one of entertainment's biggest power couples. Every time they stepped onto a red carpet, cameras flashed from every direction. They represented success, glamour, and the fast-moving celebrity lifestyle that fascinated fans around the world.
I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison.
Their relationship seemed exciting from the outside, but behind the scenes, it wasn't always that simple. Everything changed after the infamous 1999 New York nightclub shooting. The incident became one of the biggest entertainment stories of the time. Both Lopez and Combs were questioned by police after leaving the nightclub.
And I said, Puffy shot me in my face. This man testified. I testified in the criminal trial. This man testified in the criminal trial. People are like, why didn't she speak up then? Why is she saying something now? She want clout. Are you dumb?
Although Jennifer Lopez was released without being charged, the legal process that followed drew enormous media attention, and the case remained part of celebrity history for decades. Eventually, the couple separated and both moved on with their lives.
As fate would have it, 20 years later, here we are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I felt inspired in the same way that I did when I did that first record. I was like, I'm gonna make This Is Me.
Jennifer Lopez built an incredible career. She starred in hit films, released successful music, launched businesses, and became one of the most recognizable entertainers in the world. She reinvented herself over and over again, proving that she could survive criticism and still remain relevant. Years later, another unbelievable chapter unfolded. She reunited with Ben Affleck. For fans who remembered the early 2000s, it felt like a Hollywood movie finally getting its happy ending.
My life, been through a lot of different kinds of experiences with the press, and it's not my favorite part of the job. It's not what I would choose.
After nearly 20 years apart, they found each other again. They married, blended their families, and many believed this love story would finally last forever.
How do you accept an award for being something that you know you're not? How do you do that?
But relationships are complicated, especially when the entire world is watching. Reports of tension slowly began appearing in entertainment news. Paparazzi photos sparked endless discussions online. Every facial expression became a headline. Every public appearance was analyzed. Then, reports confirmed that the marriage had come to an end.
Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it off.
For celebrities, heartbreak is already difficult. Going through it while millions of strangers discuss every detail is something very few people can truly understand. But here's where everything became even more complicated.
To be released on bail. This time, he's going to a higher court, hoping he'll be released on bail.
As Diddy's criminal case continued making international headlines, social media users started revisiting every part of his past. Old videos resurfaced, archived interviews spread across TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and X. People who had not thought about the late 1990s in years suddenly remembered Jennifer Lopez had once been part of that chapter.
And I don't think they would do that. It's based on the evidence that he's being convicted by.
Almost overnight, internet detectives started connecting timelines, photographs, and interviews. Some content creators suggested dramatic theories. Others claimed hidden secrets were finally coming out. Many of those claims, however, have never been verified. That's an important distinction because internet speculation often spreads much faster than confirmed facts.
He joins us now, sharing her story. Natanya, thank you so much for being with us. I can't imagine what you've been through since 1999 and then all the emotions that must be coming up over the last couple of days.
I can tell you that immediately, the moment she opened her mouth, you could see that Combs was listening intently to everything that she has to say, as well as those jurors.
After Jennifer Lopez was dragged into the Diddy lawsuit over allegedly being the gun mule in a 1999 nightclub shooting where Diddy and J.Lo allegedly made a rapper named Shine take the fall and spend 10 years in prison for them, people have started digging into her past and have raised some questions.
I don't know if he was present with that, but I know he had been hanging around with him in London, in Paris, different places.
Law enforcement sources are expecting the feds to widen the Diddy probe to include previous criminal investigations. Now, we know Diddy was criminally investigated regarding that shooting in New York, but I didn't realize the extent of J.Lo's involvement.
Jennifer Lopez herself has not been accused by prosecutors in Diddy's current criminal case, despite countless social media posts trying to suggest otherwise. Still, public curiosity only continued growing. Every interview from 20 years ago suddenly became new again. Every old magazine cover started circulating. Every television appearance received millions of fresh views. People wanted.
When she was on the stand, at times she became visibly upset, wiping away tears as she gave her evidence.
Answers to questions that had existed for decades. Meanwhile, Ben Affleck remained another major topic of discussion. Fans began wondering whether the intense public attention surrounding Diddy's legal troubles added even more pressure to an already struggling marriage. There is no verified evidence that Diddy's legal case caused Ben and Jennifer's relationship to end, yet that hasn't stopped endless online speculation.
As we talked about in the first part, there seems to be some misinformation or misunderstanding of what really went down in that trial, what was said, what people were blamed for, what they were not. I'd love to hear your perspective and specifically kind of what you wish people understood about that trial that maybe they don't at this time.
I mean, even from the very day that the thing took place, because if you notice their mugshots, only Shine Truly has a mugshot. Puffy and J.Lo, Puffy's in front of a concrete wall, J.Lo is in front of a bulletin board in some old t-shirts. Now, I want everyone to think that was the night of the shooting. You don't think at Christmas time, Puffy and J.Lo went out in some old raggedy t-shirts, right? No, there was already a agenda afoot to conceal what they had on, to try to sway the minds of people, to throw your memory off, but they couldn't throw my memory off.
And that's something celebrities face constantly. Sometimes perception becomes bigger than reality. One viral video can create millions of opinions before anyone checks whether the information is actually true. Jennifer Lopez has experienced that reality many times throughout her career.
It's real talk. But I gotta ask you, right? I seen a trailer for a Sean documentary that you went on. How did that come about, you being in that documentary?
Well, I was there during that whole trial with Sean and Puff. Puff said, I hate that motherfucker. Blake. He told me that. And that's when they was on trial with each other.
For years, people have criticized everything from her relationships to her career decisions. She's been called too ambitious by some and too private by others. No matter what she does, someone always seems ready to judge her. But this latest wave feels different because it isn't only about entertainment anymore. It's connected to one of the biggest celebrity criminal cases in recent memory. Every new court filing involving Diddy creates another wave of online conversation. Every hearing generates thousands of YouTube videos. Every headline produces millions of comments. And somewhere in those discussions, Jennifer Lopez's name often appears simply because of a relationship that ended more than 2 decades ago. That's an extraordinary amount of public pressure.
Anybody that was there, I know this young lady said Puff did the shooting. What I was told by Wolf himself, and he spoke very little about it, because he had mad love for Sean.
Imagine spending 20 years building a career only to have millions of people suddenly revisit one chapter from your early adulthood. That would be difficult for anyone. Then imagine trying to move forward after a highly public divorce while social media constantly connects your name to stories from decades ago. The emotional weight would be enormous. Whether people admire Jennifer Lopez or criticize her, one thing is impossible to ignore. She has lived almost her entire adult life under a microscope.
I don't know if he was present with that, but I know he had been hanging around with him in London, in Paris, different places.
Every romance became breaking news. Every breakup became front-page gossip. Every success was celebrated. Every mistake was magnified. Very few people understand what it feels like to have the entire world debating your personal life every single day. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal proceedings continue to unfold in court based on evidence presented by prosecutors and the defense. Those proceedings concern allegations against him, not Jennifer Lopez, and the legal process will determine the outcome based on evidence, not internet rumors. That distinction matters.
Sean caused a lot of that stuff himself, and Puff said, I hate that motherfucker. Blake. He told me that. And that's when they was on trial with each other.
Wow, you never told me about that, man. You seen how Flex, he came out calling Sean a liar?
Well, I think Funkmaster Flex has every right to say what he said because he know a little bit more than most.
Social media often mixes verified facts with speculation until viewers struggle to tell the difference. One person repeats a rumor, another creator presents it as fact, then thousands more repeat it again.
Remember, he did what he did to me, and then when it was time for Jennifer Lopez, she was there with a guy, and he was standing there looking disgusted, but didn't nobody save me. She stuck that glass in me, and after that, my eyes were booked the whole time.
Before long, millions believe something that may never have been proven. This cycle has become one of the defining features of modern celebrity culture. Jennifer Lopez now finds herself caught inside that cycle once again. Some fans continue defending her. Others insist more questions should be answered. Still others simply believe she deserves privacy.
For your news team, did y'all hear about what's his name? Suge Knight? He said, baby, he think the reason why Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck broke up because he feels that they had some tapes at Diddy's mansion that showing her in a compromising position, and that the FBI allegedly may have sent those tapes to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is a white man in America. He's a very prominent man. They say he's a darling, which means people love him.
After moving on from a relationship that ended many years ago, the truth is that only verified evidence, not online theories, can answer legal questions. As the public continues watching every development, it's easy to forget that real people stand behind every headline. Families, children, friends, careers built over decades. One viral rumor can affect reputations around the world within hours. That's the power and the danger of today's internet.
She said that they were so exhausting, she needed a recovery period from uses of drugs and the physical exhaustion of the activities at.
Jennifer Lopez has remained largely focused on her work throughout much of this public attention, while media outlets continue reporting on both her career and her personal life. Whether this renewed attention eventually fades or continues growing remains to be seen. But one thing is already clear: the past has a way of returning when the world's attention is focused on it.
That Sean Combs directed everything from what she had on, to the lighting in the room, to how she was supposed to interact with the person that she was having sex with. And again, just to reiterate what is a freak off, the freak off essentially was something that Cassie said she learned about through Sean Combs about a year into their relationship. He described it as voyeurism, wanting to watch her have sex with someone else. And she said that she did it because she was 22, 21, she was young, she didn't know any better, and that she wanted to please Sean Combs.
And at some point in time, she actually had said that she looked forward to the freak-offs. Why did Cassie express looking forward to the said freak-off?
When the prosecution asked her, was there ever a time that you enjoyed the freak-offs? This is when Cassie got choked up and she said, I did, but only because I got to spend one-on-one time with
Old stories become new discussions. Old relationships become fresh headlines. And celebrities often discover that history never truly disappears. As more verified information emerges from Diddy's ongoing legal proceedings, public conversations will likely continue evolving. Until then, separating confirmed facts from online speculation remains more important than ever. Because at the end of the day, headlines may attract attention, but facts are what ultimately matter. What do you think? Has social media made it too easy for rumors to overshadow reality? Or do you believe public figures should expect intense scrutiny over every chapter of their past? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more celebrity news based on verified developments, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.